Hello and welcome back to Firefighting Simulator Ignite. We are at the Oakridge station here, our home base, and in this episode we are doing a fire station tour. Now we're gonna start over here, have a little look around. This place is huge. This is definitely a big station because I've never seen a station this big before. Now this station's got it all. This is supposed to be your safe space. This is where you, when you close your eyes and think about good things, this is it. This place has everything. You even have a can of WD-40. No name WD-40. We've got an ambulance here. Over here we have spare tires. Servicing happens here. We've got a whole crew. We've got Simi the dog's toys. We've got some people, more Simi the dog toys. That's something you're going to see, is there's many places for Simi the dog to be. It seems like Simi the dog moves around the station often. Here we have our still saw and some other tools. Ladder. This is like the repair zone. Here we have a motorcycle. Very nice. That's a proper bike. Old school. But yes, Simi the dog appears to appear in random locations. So you're going to see a lot of little areas with a mat on the ground and some toys and maybe some food.
Well, that's not what they told me.
Yeah. And so Simi the dog can be at any one of those places. But it seems like every time you leave and come back, or you go somewhere and come back, Simi the dog will move. So you sort of have to find Simi. So we've got hoses. If you want to read this, you can pause right now. But it's pretty cool. Feels like fun. That's what fun looks like. Here we have some sports memorabilia, trophies. Because our fire station crew, we take part in the community. There is the vehicle bay. Here we have a classic ladder. This is what our grandfathers were using. 1901. We've got some wet spots. This is an interesting place. This is like a medical bay. This must be if a fireman or firewoman were injured on the job, maybe. They can come back here for some treatment. Because maybe they don't even know they have a burn. You know, the adrenaline is so intense that they don't even realize that they've had like a cut or a burn or an injury. So when they come back, they can get it sorted out. There's the helmets. I'm using a special helmet, pre-order helmet. There's some pictures. Here's our mission briefing room. Here we have a class in session, so we can't go in there. They must be doing some EMS training. We've got our soda pop here, holy deers. That's got to be some form of joke, but I don't understand it. Anybody know what that could be a reference to? More trophies. This is the dispatch room. So during our calls, we're going to get different voices telling us about the mission sometimes. And it's these people you hear. So that's pretty cool. Everybody's got a coffee. Right, we do have a coffee machine in here. We have a few, I think. But everybody's working hard. This guy's eating a hamburger. Lovely. Look at the detail, though. He's got the gaming computer. Look at the detail of this. The reflections. It's something I said in the previous video that just amazes me, is how detailed this game is. What have we got in here? Oh, this is like the receptionist office. So people come in through that door and they talk to the receptionist. We've got a kiddie room, kiddie waiting area. Some form of plan. There's where the kids play. We've got a fire hydrant. Now, we can't leave, but would you want to leave? The last alarm. This will give you goosebumps reading that. Very touching. Here's the vending machine. Some yummy snacks. What else do we got? What's this? Restroom. Men's restroom. We've got loads of toilet paper. Fire extinguishers. This is exactly what would really happen in the world, is we'd just put random stuff in it. Like, oh, let's just put the old fire extinguishers in there. Here we have the office.
I don't know what was causing it, but that smoke was the thickest stuff I've ever seen. I swear I walked into the same wall twice while trying to get out.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah, that can happen. She's bored.
The door was locked tight, so I yelled for someone to bring me an axe. When I turn around, I see all 3 new recruits behind me with axes in their hands.
Yes, exactly right. Here we have, this must be, is this a chief's office? Look at him. Grizzled. He's seen a lot of fire.
I'm busy. No time for chatting.
Hello there. Hello there. He's got his donut.
Well, now she doesn't talk to me, so I must have said something. Allie, do you have a copy of that incident report from yesterday? From the industrial fire?
Anyway. Hello there. Here we have the gym. With weights, free weights. Punching bag, treadmill. You've got everything you need in there. There's a guy texting on the bench. Do not occupy the machines. So here we have a few different offices. They've got a muffin. They must not have an ant problem here, because they're leaving out yummy, tasty, sweet food. We missed an office over here. Let's check this. Office captain. Oh boy, he's busy. Look at all that paper. Eviction? Is that what it says? Eviction notice? So I guess they deal with that sort of thing here as well. It's not unusual for fire stations to have multiple responsibilities. Here's where they dry the hoses in the stairwell. That's pretty cool. It's such a great little detail. We could go there, but let's go all the way to the top. Let's see what we've got up here. Nothing. Well, not nothing. This is where you attach the hoses, but we've got a view, I guess. A bit of a smoggy day today. A bit of a smoggy day. Let's check out here. Pollution is a bit bad. So the roof is that, you know, everybody knows the roof with the gravel on it. Overlooking our training area, the sun. It's so smoggy you can look right at the sun. We've got the church across the way. That's kind of like a landmark. You can see that from a distance. Parking garage. There's our training tower. And we've got a little barbecue area here. It gets pretty hot here, so we eat outside a lot. You know, one of the new recruits will make hamburgers. The chief never makes. He doesn't have to make it. So let's check the second floor now. Oh, pressing the wrong button. We've got a bunch of rooms. So these are single quarters. There are a number of single quarters, but it's interesting to imagine who is staying in these quarters, you know, because we have 3 teammates. I'd say there's probably 5 or 6 single quarters, so some of the rooms are pretty personal. Now this room is our room, because when you respawn at the station, when you teleport to the station, this is where you appear. So this is our room. So we're fit, we're strong, we're capable. And that's our room. So, yeah. So we had one room that's pretty plain. This room has some exercise. No, those are regular pants. Pizza. So, wonder... Ooh, a lot of pizza, a lot of snacks. So this is like the Michelangelo of the team, you know. The funny, quirky guy who eats a lot of pizza. In this room, we got loads of plants. This has gotta be San Diego. I think San Diego would be in a room full of plants. So, Parker or the other guy would be in the pizza room. This is the Chief's room, actually, so we're just invading his privacy. He gets his own personal bathroom here. He gets a little TV, but look at that, a single bed, very humble. Humble guy, our Chief. Oh, and he has a picture to remind himself of us. Over here, what do we got over here? Regular room, very nice. Games, floppy disks. Who has floppy disks in this year? He's got a smartphone and a wallet, which I'm just gonna borrow 20 bucks. But why would they have floppy disks in the year 2025? There's this is a different one here. This is pretty cool. It just says everything can be extinguished with water, except for stuff that can't. Stay safe. What do we got in here? Single quarters. And we've got exercise. Someone else who likes to exercise. Here we've got, I don't know what this is, a little sitting room. It really feels like the fire station got a lot of new recruits, and they're just trying to clean up a bit, trying to tidy it up for them. You know, maybe they're expanding. Maybe they've had a lot of retirements and a lot of fresh recruits, so they're fixing things up. Here we have, what the heck? We got the dummy. He's eating a hamburger and some crispy chicken nuggets. Hey, bud. Wait, what's that? Are you eating a full tray of lasagna? He's eating a full tray of lasagna. No wonder he's so heavy. He's got to keep the weight on so that we can train. I'm just going to close this door and give you some privacy, bud. I'll knock next time. Well, that's funny enough. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. You can't escape that. This guy's got his own little toy. Stuffed animal to sleep with. Well, actually, it's a little fire guy, which is pretty cool. Here we have the showers. So we had a big toilet room, and this is a big shower room. Lockers. See, it would kind of suck sleeping on the opposite end of all this stuff, because then you have to walk quite a distance to go to the shower, go to the toilet, go to your locker. Look at this guy, seems kind of blue. Must have got some bad news. Needs to go back to training. Here we have the kitchen. Look at the life in here. It feels like,
hello, partner.
almost like these are my teammates, but I don't know. I don't recognize my own teammates. They're eating straight cut fries, Italian pasta, and organic canned food. And those look like sausages, but they're tomatoes.
Greetings, my friend.
Now that I think about it,
Yeah. Greetings, my friend. Cooking up a steak. Yummy. Well, yummy for you, I guess. We got hamburger buns. We must be having a cookout later. Some fast food, coffee beans, loads of them. Here's a dog bed for Simi. So where the heck is Simi? I've walked around the whole station practically and I can't find him. We only got a few rooms left to check.
What's up?
What's up? Here's the fire
Hi,
pole, by
good
the
seeing
way.
you.
We do have a fire pole. Look at this. This is the movie theater. And what are they doing? They're playing Construction Simulator. That's the American map. It looks like they're doing the airport expansion. It looks like. Are they? No, I don't know if they are. Yeah, they are. They're doing the airport expansion. That's right. I happen to be a bit of an expert. Got your gaming controls. Don't stop playing just because I'm here. This must be the Welton Bauer team. This has got to be them. So there's a few pictures they put in of themselves,
Well, the
I
door
think,
was locked tight, so I
having
yelled for
fun.
someone to bring me an axe. When I turn around, I see all three
I wonder if they modeled the characters after themselves as well. Like, I wonder if in the fire station at least it's like there's a real girl working at Welton Bauer who looks like that girl. And then there's a real guy working at Welton Bauer who looks like that guy, you know. And they actually modeled all of these characters after themselves. That would be cool. I mean, they're not going out on patrol or anything, but they're here adding life.
Anyway, I stood there opening the nozzle and suddenly the whole staircase was
Wow.
covered in foam.
That would be a
No
cool
idea why.
idea. Yeah, it's great. High def, great. Air hockey. We've got pool, we got arcade machines, we got a bit of everything. This has got to be some sort of special fire hydrant. But there's no plaque or anything. Anyway, that looks like the tour. Where is Simi the dog? Let's go down the fire escape, how about? Make sure there's nothing over here. We'll end the tour with the fire escape.
Do Liam and Taliesin have some kind of deal with the chief going on?
Whee! It's got to make that noise, so that squeaking noise. So, Simi, where are you? Well, I don't know. Let's go to the obstacle course. Let's have a look at that, because we saw the training building, but we didn't go to that left-hand side there with the wooden building. So let's mess around over there a little bit. Hello there. Hello there. Have you seen Simi the dog anywhere? I pre-ordered. Where is he? Where's my pre-ordered pup? There's a few places that he can sit down in here. Yeah, there's a few places he can sit. Where the heck is he? Here he is. He was in the mission briefing room. Of course you were. You were such a good pup. You were in the mission briefing room, weren't you? You want to be included. You want to be included in the mission, boy? Simi's so cute. I love those little teeth. You a good boy, Simi?
Come here, boy.
You want to play with the stick? Yeah. You want a treat, Simi? Want a little treat?
Come here, boy.
Here you go. Yummy. A doggy biscuit. Simi. Simi the dog is 10 out of 10. Definitely worth pre-ordering for that. That's pretty cool. I got the helmet on, obviously. I haven't figured out how to change my jacket yet, though. I mean, we do get other gear. So, this is the
Greetings, my friend.
obstacle course. Greetings, my friend. No modules. I wonder if that's going to change later, too. I'll reset it. Interesting. Makes me wonder. So we have a few tools here we can practice. Let's just break a door. Let's take our anger out. Yeah, let's teach this door a lesson. Like that. Yeah. Blow it into particles. Make it burst with our strength. Let's get the Halligan. We're just gonna open some doors up. That's why we train. That's why we train. We make mistakes on the obstacle course so we don't make them when we're saving lives. Here's a big heavy door. Somebody help me, please. How long is this guy waiting in here for? What if I didn't even come? Is that his job, is just to wait in here?
I am so happy to see you.
The search and rescue of
And now?
victims is the
What's the
highest
plan?
priority after their own safety. Remember, it actually doesn't matter about what is burnt. The only thing that matters is saving the people.
Okay.
They can
I'll do my
start
best.
over again. But their houses, once the owner dies, there's no value
So
in their things
glad you
anymore.
found me.
So it's better to lose your things than to lose your life. Yes, sir, stop.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yes, sir.
No, you can't leave me here.
Sir, go back to your room. You can quit acting. I've saved you. What do we got here? Let's jump off here and see if we get hurt. Ouch! So there is health in this game. Yeah. That might surprise you. That's a tough window. Let's break it open. Well, you can smash them, or you can open them. I think if you have the hatchet or the axe, you can break them. But with the Halligan, you just pry them open. I was wondering, how do we duck or crouch? Sorry. Oh, we should cut that door open. I forgot to do that. So let's go in through the window here. Somebody please help.
I'm here. I need help. I thought no one was gonna rescue me.
I thought I was gonna
I
miss the
understand.
barbecue
Lead the
later
way.
because nobody came to get me. I've been waiting in here since 6 in the morning.
Just get me out.
All right, sir, you're safe now.
All right, I can wait a bit. What are you doing? You can't
Sir,
leave me
go
here.
up to the roof. We're having a barbecue. Yeah. Open that door. Open that door. Use your Halligan. Here we've got a wall. Are we gonna smash it with an axe or something? Ah, this is great. Venting. Yep. So, yeah. Let's cut a hole and simulate. Yes, there's an important button. Putting your mask on. So we're gonna get the skill saw out. I've used these things like crazy, but for cutting concrete mainly. But these are just wonderful machines. The skill saw. Yeah, they cut all sorts of stuff. Concrete, metal, wood. I thought that maybe there'd be a chainsaw as well, but no. You use this for everything. So when you're venting, you use this. What are we gonna do here? Bust open the wall? And we can't use the saw for that. We have to use an axe. So let's go find an axe. We'll just drop this expensive piece of machinery here. And we're gonna pick up this axe and we're gonna break a wall.
What am I gonna do?
Solid plywood. What else can we break? Where's that wall again? Not here. Not here. Just making sure. It's here. Let's break it open. Oh yeah, warm up those muscles. Great. And one more. There it is. Nice. That's better. 4 hits. Let's smash this window. Yeah. Somebody's going to be busy cleaning up. All right, that about does it. What else do we have here? Yeah, putting on my tank. Those tanks are darn heavy. I mentioned in the last video that I did some firefighting training, and that was around the time that they started to introduce a very lightweight tank. But for my training, I used a very heavy tank. They're, I don't know, what are they, 80 pounds? They're really, really solid. But wow, you've gotta stretch your back out after having that on your back all day. But the one that our character is using here seems like he's, it seems a little more modern. But yeah, it is good that they have been modifying. So that about does it for the fire station tour, our Fortress of Doom. It is our home base. This is where the magic happens. Thank you very much for watching, and in the next episode, which is going to be very, very soon, we are going to start doing some missions. And we are going to be doing at least one video a week, and that one video a week is going to be a mission video. And I might add some videos like with the mods, because there are mod missions, and the sky is the limit with mod missions. So for you guys on PC, please think about us console players. Please. Please. Because I believe you have to enable the mission to be on console. So please don't leave us out. We need missions. But thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.